Imagine this: a dense forest, twilight fading into pitch blackness. A 7-year-old girl, little Sarah, has vanished. She was last seen near a mountain trail, and now, as the hours tick by, a growing sense of dread fills the air. For 12 agonizing hours, a dedicated search and rescue team scours the rugged terrain. Every rustle of leaves, every shadow seems to mock their efforts. The forest is vast, the night is cold, and hope is starting to wear thin. The team, equipped with flashlights and thermal cameras, calls her name. Their voice is swallowed by the immense darkness. But there's no response. 12 hours. That's a lifetime for a small child lost in the wilderness. The temperature is dropping, and the dangers of the mountain steep drops. Wild animals, exposure, are all too real. Her parents wait, caught in a nightmare, praying for a miracle. The searchers, though exhausted, refuse to give up. They know every minute counts. They push deeper into the woods, their flashlight beams cutting through the oppressive dark, desperately hoping to find any sign of the little girl. Amidst this tense and desperate search, something truly bizarre happens. One of the officers, let's call him Officer Miller, feels a light touch on his shoulder. He brushes it off, thinking it's a leaf or a bug, but it happens again. He turns, and to his astonishment, he sees a tiny sparrow perched right there on his uniform. This isn't just a fleeting encounter. The sparrow looks at him, chirps insistently, then flies a short distance ahead, maybe 20 feet or so. It lands on a branch, turns back, and chirps again, as if to say, "Are you coming?" When Officer Miller hesitates, the sparrow flies back and lands on his shoulder once more, repeats this patterned chirping, flying ahead, waiting and returning. It was incredibly persistent, almost demanding his attention. The other officers are baffled. In all their years of search and rescue, they've never seen anything like it. It's a wild bird acting this way. It defied logic. But there was an undeniable urgency in the little bird's actions. It wasn't just random behavior, it was intentional. It was trying to tell him something. At first, Officer Miller is skeptical. It's a bird. What could a tiny sparrow possibly know? His training, his experience, everything tells him to follow procedure, to stick to the search grid. But the sparrow is relentless. It keeps returning, its chirps growing more frantic. There's a strange intelligence in its eyes, a purpose in its flight. The other team members urge him to ignore it, to not waste precious time on a wild goose chase, or in this case, a sparrow chase. But a gut feeling, a primal intuition tells Officer Miller to pay attention. He thinks about the missing girl, about her family, and the fading hope. In a situation this dire, what's the harm in following an unusual lead? He makes a split-second decision that will change everything. He looks at the sparrow, nods as if in understanding, and says to his team, "I'm going to see where it leads. Cover me." With a mix of doubt and curiosity, he decides to trust this tiny feathered guide. He takes his first step, following the sparrow into an unexplored part of the forest. The officer follows the sparrow off the main path, deeper into the dense undergrowth. The little bird acts as a living, breathing compass, flutters ahead, always staying just within his line of sight, leading him through tangled branches and over uneven ground. It's as if the sparrow knows the exact route. Every time the officer slows down or seems uncertain, the bird circles back, chirping encouragement, urging him forward. The path it leads him on is not an easy one. It's away from the cleared trails, into a section of the forest the team hadn't considered searching so thoroughly. Finally, the sparrow lands on a low-hanging branch and lets out a series of loud, sharp chirps. It dips its head, pointing directly downward at a patch of ground covered in a thick blanket of fallen leaves. It looks completely unremarkable, just another part of the forest floor. Officer Miller almost misses it, but guided by the bird's insistence, he kneels and begins to carefully brush the leaves away, and that's when he sees it. A narrow ditch, almost completely hidden from view. And there, nestled inside the ditch, is Sarah. She's curled up in a tiny ball, cold and scared, but she's alive. The relief that washes over Officer Miller is immense, almost overwhelming. He radios his team, his voice cracking with emotion. "I found her. She's alive." The news spreads like wildfire, and the forest, once a place of fear and uncertainty, is now filled with shouts of joy and relief. The team quickly moves in, carefully lifting the little girl from the ditch. She's weak and disoriented, but miraculously unharmed. As they carry her out of the woods, the little sparrow that led them to her simply vanishes. It flies off into the trees, its mission complete, disappearing as mysteriously as it appeared. It was the hero of the hour, a silent guardian that appeared when all hope seemed lost. The team stands in awe, trying to process what just happened. A creature so small had accomplished what all their technology and manpower could not. It had saved a life. Later at the hospital, doctors confirmed just how close a call it was. They explained that Sarah was suffering from the early stages of hypothermia. The ditch she was found in had been her saving grace. It shielded her from the biting wind and the cold, trapping just enough of her body heat to keep her alive through the long, dark night. Had she been found even an hour or two later, the story might have had a tragic ending. The fact that she was found in time, in that specific location, was nothing short of a miracle. And it was a miracle delivered by a sparrow. The doctors were amazed, calling her survival a combination of luck and timely rescue. But everyone who was there that night knew it was more than just luck. It was the result of an impossible intervention, a connection between a desperate human and a determined little bird. The ditch provided the shelter, but the sparrow provided the discovery. The story gets even more incredible. When the rescue team shared the tale with the local villagers, they learned something astonishing. The villagers, who had lived in the area for generations, were adamant. Sparrows don't live on that part of the mountain. They explained that the area is home to numerous predators, hawks, snakes, and other animals that prey on small birds. Because of this, sparrows had never been known to nest or even linger in that specific forest. It was too dangerous for them. So where did this particular sparrow come from? Why would it risk its own life, flying into a territory full of predators just to guide a human to a lost child? The story defied all natural explanation. It wasn't a local bird, it was an anomaly, a visitor with a singular, unexplainable purpose. Its revelation sent shivers down everyone's spines. The sparrow wasn't just a guide, it was a complete mystery, a guardian angel in the form of a bird. This story makes you wonder, doesn't it? It challenges our understanding of the world and the creatures we share it with. We often see nature as something separate from us, a beautiful backdrop to our lives, or sometimes a force to be feared. We think of animals as acting on instinct alone. But what about this sparrow? Its actions showed intelligence, empathy, and a clear intention to help. It was a messenger, a bridge between two worlds. It reminds us that nature, while it may not speak our language, has its own ways of communicating. It sees, it knows, and sometimes, when the stakes are high enough, it will not remain silent. The story of the little sparrow and the lost girl is a powerful testament to the mysterious and profound connections that exist all around us. Often unseen and unheard until the moment they matter most. It's a reminder to listen closely, to pay attention to the world around us, because you never know when a tiny bird might have a life-saving message to share. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible tales from our amazing world.